When Kourtney Kardashian was asked about Kim's robbery live on Australian television, she blanked the question completely and instead started talking to her publicist.
What? Okay. Well,
go kiss the guy in the audience. It would knock him out. What brings
incidentally, you are a sick.
The Queen of Pop's appearance on Letterman in 1994 came when her credibility was at a low moment, and this interview definitely didn't help matters.
You are always you are always with me on the show.
She dropped the F-bomb so many times the host was visibly stunned, before going on to ask him to smell her underwear and inquire if he was a fan of urinating in the shower.
Did you know that it's good if you pee in the shower? Peeing in the shower is really good. It fights athlete's foot.
More than a decade on, Madonna later blamed having smoked a joint moment before going on stage for her behavior.
Tell you what, we are going to do a commercial, and we're going to wash her mouth out with soap.
My underwear.
Jason Segel and Paul Rudd are super funny guys, so there have definitely been some rather hilarious moments in interviews for both of them. But when they were interviewed together in 2014, it was the most awkward thing ever. Well, for the reporter anyway.
Do you have bromances in your lives?
I have my same best friend since I was 12 years old.
His name is Gideon.
Yeah, he's great. He rides a unicorn.
And he visits you in your dreams.
They were so silly and totally fed off of each other, and the interviewer was left feeling uncomfortable and utterly confused.
Take off the hat.
Oh, don't do this, you jerk. I can't take off my hat.
Otherwise, his head will fall off.
Otherwise, Gideon will come and get us all.
And fly into the picture.
This interviewer believed that she was interviewing Vin Diesel to discuss his film. However, it was clear early in the conversation that the only thing the actor wanted to discuss was her looks.
God, you're so beautiful. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this woman.
As she awkwardly continued her attempts to reroute the conversation, Diesel continued to hit on her.
I love her. Man, she's so fucking sexy. I can't do this interview.
During a press conference for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a female journalist asked director Quentin Tarantino about Margot Robbie's character Sharon Tate's lack of lines. He snapped back and refused to answer.
You know, person with a great deal of acting talent, and yet you haven't really given her many lines in the movie. Why that was that we don't hear her actually speaking very much.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
Before she even asked her question, Quentin already had that look on his face. The look of, I already hate what you're about to ask me.
Well, I just reject your hypotheses.
It's clear that Jim Carrey wasn't thrilled about attending the New York Fashion Week Icons party in 2017. What's not clear is why he showed up in the first place.
I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
Presenter pressed him about the meaning of the word icon, among other topics. But Carrey only continued on an existential rant about the meaning of life.
They say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming possibility that we could come up with.
Now, many people would agree with what Kanye said in this television appearance. It's true, what happened in Katrina was a real tragedy. And perhaps the government could have reacted faster in getting those affected to safety. That's not for us to say, but the manner in which Kanye delivers his speech is just plain awkward.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
As serious as this video is, the facial reactions of Mike Myers and Chris Tucker are nothing short of hilarious.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
During an episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, when Dua was guest hosting, she accidentally referred to Gwen's partner Blake as her husband when they weren't married at the time.
So I heard that you've been spending quarantine with your husband Blake Shelton. Who else was with you? How was that?
Well, he's not my husband, but that sounded cool when you said it. No.
Lady Gaga gave one of her first UK interviews with Jonathan Ross at a time when she was emerging as one of the biggest stars in the world. But the chat wasn't exactly smooth sailing.
Do they call you Lady Gaga or just Gaga?
Just Gaga.
Just
I think
Gaga.
it's weird when they call me Lady.
Oh, of course. And
The host seemingly didn't know what to make of Gaga, sipping tea and speaking in a hushed voice, and asking the singer about the oft-repeated rumor at that time that she had a penis.
Lady Gaga is actually a very well-endowed young man. You're well-endowed, I've got no idea where you're hiding it.
Right. I do have a really big donkey dick.
She shrugged off the comment with a joke, but it was still presumably not the way Gaga had been hoping to launch herself in the UK.
When I was making love to my old boyfriend, I used to think about women sometimes.
Oh, good Lord.
I still can't work out why Jamie Lee asked Shailene Woodley about her hunger levels on the red carpet.
Are you hungry right now?
Not at all.
Really? I'm so hungry.
Well, you should probably eat.
The cringe factor was real, as was Lee's need for a burger.
I'm so hungry.
Well, you should probably eat.
Bye, thanks. We didn't hit it off.
During an interview for his 2010 film Inception, Irish actor Killian Murphy had to repeatedly correct the host, who mistakenly called him British.
Both are British.
No, I'm Irish.
Yeah, no, British.
No.
Oh, sorry.
To be fair, the interviewer could have apologized and recovered, but he digged that hole deeper and deeper.
Oh, that's a big difference.
The area of North Europe.
From Ireland.
There are awkward celebrity interviews, and then there are painful celeb interviews. When Cara appeared live from New York to promote Paper Towns and was asked off the bat whether she had even read the book, she replied sarcastically,
No, I never read the book or the script, actually. I kind of winged it. Yeah. No, of course, I love the book.
The questions and Cara's answers just got more painful to watch from there. At its worst, Cara was told she seemed a bit irritated and was advised to take a nap and get a Red Bull.
You do seem a bit irritated. Perhaps it's just us.
No, I think it's just you.
I think it probably is. We'll let you go then. How about that? We'll let you go take a little nap, maybe get a Red Bull. How about that?
Oh, with the bars.
Wow, she was in a mood.
Back when Prince Harry was still in the military, he was taking part in a sit-down interview while deployed in Afghanistan, when he was suddenly alerted that a bunch of soldiers were running behind him in response to something that was going on out of frame. He immediately jumped up, tore off his mic, and ran off without another word. Dakota Johnson became an internet sensation back in 2019 when she publicly called out Ellen during an incredibly awkward interview. In the exchange, Ellen attempted to grill Dakota for not inviting her to her birthday party, only for the actress to firmly correct her.
But I did invite you and you didn't come.
This time you invited me?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody.
The fact that she did this on Ellen's own show makes it all the more iconic.
Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said you were?
I was invited? Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
While Grace Jones is known for her unpredictable interview style, no one could have foreseen her attacking a talk show host in 1981.
Are you wearing perfume at this moment?
No, I very seldom do.
No,
if
you turn your back to me one more minute. I have got to talk to this. This has been going on too long.
The model was left infuriated when Russell Hardy continually turned his back on her while speaking to other guests, resulting in Grace reaching out and slapping him continuously.
Don't go right now unless you really want to.
Well, don't turn your back on me anymore.
I can't look at you. Now, hold.
Don't.
Paris Hilton stormed out of an interview in 2011 after she was asked if she was past her prime and if she's overshadowed by Kim Kardashian.
Do you worry at times that the people who have followed in your footsteps, like Kim Kardashian, are overshadowing you?
No, not at all.
It seems to me that this reporter was purposely bullying her and trying to humiliate her.
Do you ever worry about your moment having passed? You want to wrap up?
I was curious about one thing going back